Welcome to the events, everyone. I'm your host, Tiffany Richards. Thank you for joining me. I missed you all so much. Well, once again, it's time to talk about what is going on with the happenings from all around the world. I'm your girl. I got all that 411 for you. So this one is kind of interesting. We start with TechWorks out in London. They are doing a kind of a country achievement award for all the up-and-coming technology businesses that are up on the rise in the UK. Now, if you don't know who TechWorks is, they are a major tech giant in the UK focused on global technology as a superpower. So that event was really popular and had over 300 guests. There were winners of all kinds of awards, especially for the Company of the Year, Young Engineers, manufacturer, cybersecurity, and startup companies. They all gave awards to, those up-and-coming techies who are building really strong companies who are focused on technology for the future. So it was really great to see. And you'd think a bunch of nerds come together. They don't know how to have a good time, but guess what they do? There was all kinds of music and shenanigans, and everyone was having a great time. A lot of things are going on in London, which I'll tell you a little bit about later. We also have something a little bit more serious, and I also found this quite interesting. It's a USIDHR gala that was held in Washington, D.C. on December 5th. This was much more serious, as I'm saying. It's based on global diplomacy, the sustainable development, and it's not just a regular kind of summit. This brought in the highest level officials in every country. So we had a lot of royalty there, a lot of high-ranking military officials and veterans, politicians attended this event, and the purpose was for serving underprivileged children and women at risk all over the world. It was a huge human rights event that brought in the biggest heavy hitters that we don't see. It's not just a bunch of celebrities. They were very high-ranking diplomats, and I imagine oligarchs and the such were there, such as Her Excellency Lilith Mankuns, Ambassador of Armenia to the United States. We had Her Excellency Sise Mintchike Udboide, Ambassador of Mauritania and the United States, and high-ranking diplomats from the D.C. Mayor's Office and New York. Of course, this is definitely a very formal event. Lots of formal attire, but they know how to dress. I guess they have stylists. They come looking like celebrities that are at the Grammy Awards, lots of elegant gowns and intricate embroideries, a lot of cultural wear that you could see on the attendees. It was a really beautiful event. There was a red carpet reception, exquisite hors d'oeuvres, grand piano, and several human rights awards were awarded to several attendees there. One of the awards was the Human Rights Consultant Awards, these Human Rights Legacy Awards, and the Prestige Nations Awards. And when you see the winners of these honored awards, they're not grown retirees. They're actually very young people who are in their 20s and 30s or early 40s winning these awards, which I found really, really impressive. Notable honorees was Rashid Abdur, Dr. Satpreet Singh, His Excellency Luis Fernando Cordero, all activists in their own right, all ambassadors for human rights. So this was a really powerful summit, very empowering and motivating to see. We also have coming up next, something really fun, is Abu Dhabi's Grand Prix 2024. Now, this is quite interesting. There is actually a 58-lap course with over 300,000 kilometers of driving to do. Each lap is almost 6 kilometers long, and there were many cars. Very exciting to watch. Some of them are crashing into each other, seemingly about to crash and explode because they're driving at super high speeds. So it's really intense, really gripping to watch, and full of excitement. My favorite vehicle brand actually won, which is McLaren for Mercedes, Ferrari came in second and third place, and then Mercedes itself came in fourth place. This happened in Yas Marina Circuit, Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, UAE. First place was Lando Norris with the McLaren. Then we had Carlos Sainz Jr. in the Ferrari, and we had Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari for third place. But the fastest lap was Kevin Magnussen. He was in Haas for Ferrari with a time of 1 minute, and 25 seconds. Next we have up is Seth MacFarlane's annual Christmas party. He is the creator of Family Guy, and you look at this guy and you can't tell that he has the voice of an angel. He can sing like nobody's business. He almost sounds like Frank Sinatra. This guy can really sing. He has an annual Christmas party, which is a big deal every year. Tickets are 10,000 Canadian dollars or more. This time it was held in Los Angeles in his private home. There was a 60-piece orchestra performance. He sings himself with different celebrities. He's very close with Liz Gillies. You remember her as Jade from Victorious. Very nasty character, but she sings very, very well. Very, very lovable person. Exquisite decorations. Very, very festive. Open bar with gourmet food. A lot of celebrities were there. Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert Pattinson, Christina Aguilera, Jimmy Kimmel, Michael B. Jordan, Paris Hilton, which I actually haven't seen on screen in a while, Kate Hudson, and of course Victoria Justice, who was the co-star or the main character of the same show, Victorious, starring Liz Gillies as well. And the celebrities came in their best clothes. Leonardo DiCaprio showing up in a stunning classic black tuxedo. Shakira wore an elegant red gown. Christina Aguilera was sparkling in a silver dress. Kate Hudson had a very chic black dress. And Victoria Justice came in a black dress with white fluff around it, almost like a Christmas dress. It looked very wintry, very snowy kind of dress. Again, we have a lovely event in London. This was the Fashion Awards in 2024, held at the Royal Albert Hall in London. Thank you for joining me, everyone. We're going to take a quick break. Please don't leave. What you can do is like, subscribe, comment. If you've seen these events online, tell me what you thought about it and let me know. But stay tuned. I'll be right back. Thank you for staying with me, y'all. I'm so glad to have you with me. We still have to talk about Seth MacFarlane's Christmas party 2024 held at his private home in Los Angeles. Very huge event. The tickets cost probably $10,000 Canadian or more. Very, very prestigious, formal event, but there was tons of fun. Seth MacFarlane, I don't know if you know him. He is the creator of Family Guy. And I don't know if you know this, but this guy can sing. Kind of sounds like Frank Sinatra. He can really belt it out. Him and Liz Gillies, you remember her from Victorious. She sings like an angel. Those two sang their Christmas ballads. They do this kind of thing every year, all the time, accompanied by a 60-piece orchestra. Exquisite decorations, very, very festive. We saw Scarlett Johansson, Michael B. Jordan, Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert Pattinson, Kate Hudson, Victoria Justice, which is a co-star to Liz Gillies in Victorious. Obviously, the celebrities came dressed to the nines. Leonardo DiCaprio looking stunning in a classic black tux. We had Victoria Justice wearing a very wintry, sleek black dress, very fluffy, looked very warm. Michael B. Jordan wore a stylish navy blue suit. It was a sight to behold. Very, very nice. Next we have on the events is the Fashion Awards show in London, held at the Royal Albert Hall in London. The host was Maya Jama, and the musical artist of the evening was Koji Radical. Now, every time I see these fashion shows, I have to wonder what are they thinking? It's like they grab a toddler and they ask the toddler to draw something on a piece of paper, and then they make that thing because everything looks like a child's art project. It doesn't look like something you can wear. There was one gown, it would look like it was a white jellyfish choking the model to death. But other than that, there were some notable attendees. Rihanna came with A$AP Rocky. Now, Rihanna's outfit was on point. She had like a teal blue furry ensemble. It was kind of like a jacket dress with a giant blue teal fedora looking like a queen. A$AP Rocky was wearing an oversized blue navy suit. I didn't really like it that much. It wasn't even worth mentioning, really. And he kind of looked like her chauffeur a little bit. Tom Ford, who was kind of the guest of honor for the evening, he wore a classic black suit, looked stunning and handsome as usual, very stylish, although so very, very simple. Alex Kasani, she was a model of the year. She was wearing like a leather dress. Well, it's hard to call it a dress because it wasn't long enough to be a dress, but it wasn't short enough to be a skirt. And then it had like a torn British flag kind of wrapped around her, kind of like she got caught in a windstorm in the rain and she couldn't make it to safety in time, and it tore every part of her dress except for the white leather part. But I can tell you she was feeling herself in that dress. She was feeling herself. And you know, I can't be mad at that. So there was also an award for Cultural Innovator. And A$AP Rocky actually won that event, and it was presented by Michelle Lamy. I don't even want to talk about her. If you don't know who Michelle Lamy is, go look her up, and then you'll have to say several prayers after, because to me, it's like looking at a demon or something. I don't know. But she presented this award to A$AP Rocky, who in my opinion, I don't even know why he would deserve it. When there's a lot of black crimes happening, or crimes against blacks happening in America, he was totally silent about that. So I'm not sure why Cultural Innovator Award. I don't know what kind of contribution he made to the culture. Maybe it's a culture I'm not familiar with. So the ceremony was organized as a fundraiser for the BFC Foundation, and 16 awards were presented. And it was an incredible event. Great performances by Halle Berry, for example. But again, the fashion industry is something I don't think I'll ever understand. You tell me how you feel about it in the comments section. Like, click, share, subscribe, and all that. And I'll see you later. Love you.